We're here at Linden High School, where members of the Lions soccer team are working overtime in preparation for tomorrow night's district match against Mount Baker. The Lions are only 3 wins away from reaching the state tournament for the first time since 2003. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. with doors opening to the public here at the fields at 6 p.m. For the LindenTribune.com, I'm Braulio Perez. The doors are locked right now at the Key Arena, but they won't be tomorrow evening. The Linden Christian Lynx take on Bellevue Christian in the 1A State Basketball Championship. The Lynx are in the state tournament for the first time since 2003 and are looking for their first ever basketball state championship. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. For LindenTribune.com, I'm Braulio Perez. Here at Western Washington University, the site of this weekend's 2012 2A District Track Meet. Teams participating in the event include Northwest Conference Linden Christian, Linden, Mount Baker, and Nooksack Valley. We're here at the shot put site where Nooksack Valley's B.J. Salmonson is a heavy favorite to repeat as champion of the event. For LindenTribune.com, I'm Braulio Perez.
As WSU football prepares to close their season with the Apple Cup game, some question Wolf's abilities as a coach. Cable 8 reporter Braulio Perez found out what students had to say.
I'm out on campus interviewing students as to whether or not they think head coach Paul Wolf should be retained or fired. Here's what they had to say.
I think Paul Wolf should be fired. He's been here for 3 years. He's had 3 recruiting classes, and I've been here, I'm a senior right now. We've won maybe 4 or 5 games my entire career.
I think that definitely our university could use a new head coach. I agree with the fact that, yeah, it takes time to build a good football team, but how much time is too much time, and I think we've given Coach Wolf too much time to prove himself, and it's time to look elsewhere for someone.
Other students, however, believe Wolf should be kept as head coach.
It's kind of hard to say whether Wolf should stay or not. Maybe consider hiring some new recruiters, maybe some offensive coordinators in particular, but I don't know if you can attribute the whole losing record to just one man.
Maybe having new insight on the team would be good. However, Paul Wolf is slowly figuring things out. He's got his team figured out. The team knows his coach. And so it's kind of one of those, maybe we could and maybe we should just stay with what we have and ride this momentum until next season.
As you can see, there's still mixed emotions as to whether or not head coach Paul Wolf should stay or go after the season. I guess the WSU student body will have to wait till after the Apple Cup for a decision to be made. Reporting for Cable 8 News, I'm Braulio Perez. The big question following the Apple Cup was whether head coach Paul Wolf would be retained. I'm Braulio Perez at the Cable 8 Sports Desk, and I'll have that answer coming up right after the break. Welcome back. Following the Apple Cup loss, the speculation on head coach Paul Wolf's job security was in full force. However, athletic director Bill Moose wasted no time in putting the rumors to rest and announced yesterday evening that Wolf will indeed return in 2011. Moose said that it was his feeling at this particular time that the best course of action to move in the right direction for the football program is for the football team to continue under Wolf's leadership. With losses for the men's hoops and football teams over the weekend, it was up to the women's basketball team to bring in a win for Cougar Nation. They did just that Sunday with a convincing 67-54 victory over the Nevada Wolfpack. Katie Madison and Areti Amojo led the way for the Cougars offensively, pouring in 11 points each. The Cougars jumped out to a 12-5 lead early on and extended their advantage to 30-20 heading into the break. The Wolfpack were able to cut the deficit to 42-41 with a little over 12 minutes left, but the Cougars scored 14 of the game's next 16 points to secure the victory. Coming up in sports, both the Cougar football and basketball team will be in action this weekend. I'm Braulio Perez, and I'll have the details coming up right after the break. For the Cougar football team, kickoff for their matchup at Arizona State this weekend is less than 48 hours away. The team practiced in the indoor practice facility this afternoon as they continued their preparations for the Sun Devils. During his teleconference earlier this afternoon, head coach Paul Wolf said that junior defensive tackle Brandon Rankin will return to the starting lineup after being replaced by Anthony Renzi last week. Wolf also said that senior safety Chima Wachuku, who started the first 5 games of the season, might be able to return this week. He has missed the last 3 games because of a hamstring injury.
A Spokane man is arrested on rape charges.
SafeWalk continues its service for students.
And see how the Cougars fared against the Trojans with full highlights. Tonight, those stories and more as complete coverage of your local news starts right now.
The search for an Idaho man who has been missing since last month resumed today after hunters found the man's dog. Idaho County Sheriff Doug Giddings says Todd Hofflander's dog was found Friday night on the eastern slopes of the Seven Devils mountain range. Hofflander has been missing since September 27th when he and friend Wendy Saddle were split up while hiking. Hofflander was last seen on the western side of the mountain range. The 39-year-old is described as an experienced woodsman. Give me a venti beer. It's a phrase you'll soon be hearing at one Seattle Starbucks location. The newly renovated Olive Way Starbucks is the first of the company's stores to offer beer and wine.